The Navigator is a new exotic trace rifle from the new dungeon. It can also make you basically invincible. Essentially, this works because of one of the perks on the gun. That being sustained damage on a target will sever the target as well as grant you Woven Mail. Woven Mail itself is a 60% damage reduction and Sever is a 33% damage reduction. And alone, if you combine them together, that's a 73.2% damage reduction to a singular target, which is already goddamn good. However, there's also Overload Trace Rifle this season, and if you don't know, all Overload weapons apply a debuff called Disrupted that actually reduces enemy damage by 25%. Meaning now, by doing the exact same thing, you're just shooting at the target, you're now getting a 79.9% damage reduction against that singular target. But then of course, you also have tier 10 resilience, and that's just a passive 30% damage resist. You add that on top, and then suddenly, oh look, 85.93% damage reduction, and the only thing you've done is shoot at a target blankly, which is actually pretty strong, and also the better part, incredibly reasonable. This is not hard to pull off at all. The only problem, however, is of course because Sever and Overload are a debuff, it only applies to one enemy. Any other enemy that you haven't shot is still gonna do, well, not full damage, but they're still gonna do a lot more damage. Still though, this is pretty fun to screw around with. Also, it can stack a lot higher than that, but I didn't really mention it because it's completely unreasonable. For example, you can have all of that as well as having triple resist mods granting you a 35% damage reduction, as well as having void overshield which grants you a 50% damage reduction, as well as having stronghold and an aggressive frame sword which grants you a 90% damage reduction, and stronghold also grants you a 50% damage reduction. Oh god. Yeah, all of those add up to 99.77% damage reduction, and you can do that all while solo. If you're wondering what it looks like this. Yeah, that's quite funny. Editor's note, you can also just use a glaive if you want a simpler time. Glaive shields give a 97% damage resistance. If you pair that with a Navigator, you get a 99.57% damage resistance. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that 0.2% damage resistance, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Still though, pretty fun. Back to the video. And if you're wondering as well, you can totally go higher than that whilst not solo. For example, Well of Radiance 50%, Whisper of Change 40%, the Amplify mod, which is I think 40% as well. But at that point, I mean, it's kind of unreasonable. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. That's about it. See ya.